Hello world, my name is Mohit Deshpande, and in this video I want to talk about the three ways we can use to compare strings. That is through string equality, prefix equality, and suffix equality. So first let's talk about string equality. So I'm going to create two strings here. Reading, my favorite string, hello world. And then I'm going to create the exact same greeting, also greeting, and you can see that they have the exact same string within them. And the way we used to test string equality is, as you can guess, the equality operator, which is two equal signs. So I can say something like greeting equal sign, also greeting. That's how I can use to test string equality. And what that'll do is, if they are truly equal, then it'll execute the code that's in the if block. And two strings are equal if they contain exactly the same characters in the same order. So you can see what I've done is I've just copy and pasted this string. But if two strings are truly equal, then they have the exact same characters in the exact same order. So that's just one way we can check for string equality. There's another way we can check for string equality, and that's checking prefixes and suffixes. So I have this construct here, and it's called an array, and we're going to get to arrays actually in the next section, I believe, when we talk about collection types. But really, an array is just a list of one data type. In this case, it's an array of strings because all I have in this array are strings. All the elements in this array are strings. So I have this sort of numbering system here that I use for some students and some of the projects that they're working on. So I want to be able to tell how many R students I have and how many G students I have, as well as how many people are working on Android and how many people are working on iOS. So I'm going to build a little program here. First I'm going to have var count. I'm going to have that initially equal to 0. And then I want to iterate through this array. And like I said, we're going to talk more in depth about arrays in the next section, or block of videos I should say. For each student in students, what I want to do is I want to check if this student has prefix, and that prefix is R. If I'm testing if they're an R student, what I want to do is increment this count plus plus. And then just so that you can see it, I'm going to have another variable, final, and I'm going to set that equal to count. So you can see 4 times, and you can see that it's going to iterate through this. This if will be called 4 times. So I have 4 R students. Let me check. There are indeed 4 R students. I can check for how many G students I have, and you can see I have 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I do have 6. Now, the third way is using the has suffix. So I want to check how many students are working on Android. So I just type in student dot has suffix instead Android, and you can see I have 4 students working on Android is what this is telling me. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I indeed have 4 students. So let me just check for iOS. It says I have 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I indeed have 6 students working on iOS. So in this video we talked about the 3 main ways that we can use to compare strings, and that is through pure string equality, if the strings are truly equal, and ways that we can check if these strings have a particular prefix or a suffix. I hope to see you all in the next video.